Hello everyone, Atkpwr here with a very exciting video. We finally got a devblog that actually had something exciting in it. Eugen has kind of been dragging their feet with the DLC because they've been focusing most of their resources on WARNO. Okay, and now WARNO is becoming a more fun game, I will give it that. But of course, I don't like seeing my beautiful Steel Division 2 neglected. So this is a very exciting one because what is in this, so, it's talking about the new aces, and we'll go through that really quick. Because it is neat. The historical aspects of it are cool. But the more important part is, in this devlog, they added some stuff about the upcoming balance changes that's coming along with the DLC. So this is huge, because we all know things have been a little broken. It's not broken, okay? It's just some things are out of balance and has significantly affected the fun level of Steel Division 2 right now. Right? I know a lot of top level players who have really just not been playing because they don't like the way the game is at this moment. I will not call it broken. For many of you who are newer to the game, even like last year or two, truthfully, if you've been playing in the last year, you've enjoyed really like up until Men of Steel came out. You know, the year before that, you're kind of in like the golden era of Steel Division 2 where things were pretty balanced, honestly, on the whole. Like everything kind of worked. You could really play any division. They were all playable, of course. Again, some are better and worse and so on. But like the game had finally come to a place where everything was viable and everything was in balance. And then Men of Steel came out, new divisions came out. Of course, just like every video game does, you didn't kind of overpuff the new stuff, so it was way too strong or just slightly too strong, however you want to look at it. Like some new traits were a little out of whack. And it just kind of ruined things. You know, people don't like hopping in the queue to play SSB and First Air Force over and over again. It's not fun. I agree. Like, it is not an enjoyable prospect. So things are a little out of whack, and it's kind of killed it. Like, if you look at the play chart of Steel Division 2 on the Steam like charts, like literally Men of Steel comes out and and Steel Division was doing good. Like, it was like 1,000 players a day daily. And I know that's not a lot for a game. I get that, but for this kind of game, that's fine. It was doing good. It's better than when it released, honestly. And Men of Steel comes out, it just goes down to like 400 a day. Like it just died like over the last 6 months. So yeah, the game is not in a good place. Like it needs a boom. We need a little bit of a clear kind of thing going on with this. I'm really hoping this update does that. Now, I will note on the side note here, I really wish, I think my big complaint here is that Eugen has put this off for so long. They knew things were broken within the first 2 months. And like, for whatever reason, that I don't know why it's necessary to wrap the update with the DLC. I don't understand why these two things have to be paired. Why couldn't they why couldn't they put the resources into updating and fixing the game first and then worry about the DLC? I understand they want to make the money. I get that. But we all know the second they release this DLC, it's just going to re-break the game again. Like we're going to have to wait again for whatever OP Allied division comes out this time. And we're going to have to wait for another 4 months until they finally like pare it down. And maybe then we get to a semblance of balance. Like, why wouldn't you release the update first? Make sure you've properly fixed what's already in the game before throwing in 8 new, like, just things to mess it up. I don't like that. I appreciate that they're a smaller company and they're putting their resources into WARNO. I get that. I truly do. I'm not hating on this. I'm really not trying to hate. That's the part that disappoints me, is that they have such a good game here in Steel Division 2, and I know it's getting on in age, but let's be real, it's done pretty well for them. I hate that it took them so long to fix what we all knew was not working. But we're getting there. At least based on this update, it seems we are not far from Nirvana. Steel Division 2 Nirvana. All right, here we go. Diving into this. We hope you are all well. So upcoming expansion, Steel Division 2. The devlog shows off some more tidbits about the new aces, as well as some upcoming balance changes. That's what we care about. And after we talk about the upcoming, they're like very general, but once we get there, I'll talk about like my thoughts on them and whether they're hitting the things that need to get hit. Whether it feels like we're getting it. So we already announced 6 aces coming in tribute to Normandy, as detailed in Devblog. As some of you shrewdly noticed, I did not notice because I don't pay attention to these details. I'm not a detail guy. We missed 1 ace from the original Steel Division 2 Normandy 44, belonging to a formation announced to ship with our new expansion. We were talking about the Axis commander, Kurt Knispel. He served with the Schwer Panzerabteilung 503 attached to the 16th Luftwaffe Division. Okay, the reason we didn't mention Knispel before was an uneven number of aces, and now they found a new one. All right, cool. So Kurt Knispel Though much less famous than Michael Whitman or the other propaganda darlings, Knispel was probably the greatest Panzer ace in military history. Sweet. With 168 confirmed kills, he could rise to 195 considering unconfirmed one. He was unusual for a German tank commander. He was not even a true German, but rather a Volksdeutsche, born in Czechoslovakia. Sick. Go you Czechoslovakian guy. Unlike other commanders, he paid little attention to his kill tally, computation, or fame. In certain cases, willingly leaving comrades take credit. Neither did he care much for discipline, grooming standards, or dress code, which can be noticed in some World War II photos. He sports long hair, goatee, and wore some custom-made, retrimmed uniforms, and was known to have assaulted a fellow German officer for mistreating Russian POWs. Nice. Knispel was definitely not a poster boy, and despite his kill ratio, he never became an officer, remaining to a sergeant up to the end of the war. He died in the last days of the war on the Eastern Front when hit in the head by shrapnel standing in the commander's cupola of his tank. So he'll be driving in a actual King Tiger. So that's pretty sick. That's a cool camo. I will say this, and I've mentioned this before. I really think Eugen has squandered this ace idea, like, really badly. I so desperately wish they would break off the ace, make it their own card, make it a single unit that is triple vetted, and it comes in whatever phase they want it to come in. A phase, B phase, C, whatever. It doesn't matter. Depending on the division, it really does not matter. But specifically for these tanks and these planes, right? Now, I do see, it looks like we're going to have some infantry aces. I'm not 100% sure exactly how that works. Do we have those in game? Am I, like, just forgetting? I don't remember an infantry ace in the game at this point. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't feel like there is. But even if there is, specifically the tanks and the vehicles and those, well, I really wish they would just don't take a card away from the division. Like, don't take an entire, Panzer IV card, or in this case, a Firefly card. Don't take a whole card away. Don't do that. Just make a separate card, triple vetted, single unit that is the ace. And you decide, like, is it worth using up an entire activation slot to have this ace unit? Because, like, this King Tiger ace would be worth bringing, right? Because it's triple star, but that's so rare. And 16th Luftwaffe is probably not going to be that good anyway. So it would be really cool for it to have this one really awesome unit. Like 12th SS would get the one triple star Tiger Whitman. Like, that would be so cool. That would be such a cool mechanic to have that choice deck building wise, and to have a unit in game that is, like, actually good because it's an ace. Like, a unit that's, like, people actually need to kill it because it's so much better than units around it because it's just naturally triple vet. Like, that would be so cool. And they just don't do that. And it's so disappointing. I really don't think the 20-some aces in the game, making those triple vet and giving you one of them, would break anything. I really don't. It's disappointing. It really is disappointing. Anyway, new ace here. David Vivian Curry, off my soapbox. This new allied ace was not featured in the original Steel Division, thus exclusive to Steel Division 2. Ships as part of the 4th Canadian Armored. He joined as a regular Canadian Army in 1940 as an officer, and he wouldn't see combat until 1944. Whoa. In the meantime, he managed to rise the ranks to major. Curry commanded a squadron of division's reconnaissance regiment, the South Alberta Regiment. The ace here landed in Normandy in 1944, taking part of the battles, the last battles of the campaign. The August 18th, with only 10 days of actual combat experience, Curry was given a military order that would ultimately secure his place in Canadian history. He took command of a mixed force of infantry and tanks and led them in the path of the remaining Axis forces desperately trying to escape the Fillet Pocket, blocking the last eggs of the Germans and holding them until American troops had arrived from either side, resulted in furious combat. Successful Curry became the man who closed the Fillet Pocket. That's pretty sick. Credit to that guy. I mean, you can't deny that one. So there you go. Those are the two aces. Now the important part: balance changes. All right, you might be happy to know that Steel Division 2 Tribute Normally is almost done. Ooh, I am excited to hear that. We are now looking for a suitable release date. Please, God, in like the next 2 weeks. I beg you. Maybe 3 weeks. Come on, Eugen. Come on. Not like 2 months from now. I will be absolutely crushed if this is like June. Oh, that'd be so sad. In the meantime, the dedicated strike team will soon have their green light to stream expansion content. Oh, I wish I could stream expansion content. Please, Eugen, hear my cries. I want to show your game off. I want to help you sell content. Please, I love you. Can I please? I don't need to be on the strike team. Like, I don't, if you don't want my opinion, that's fine. But please, can I show people fun stuff? Please. Anyway, okay, I'm over it. With the launch of the expansion, as always, will also feature some changes for all owners of Steel Division. Okay, here we go, guys. We will tone down the effectiveness of the commando infantry. Praise be the Eugen gods. Alrighty, especially those in the 1st Allied Task Force, Group Doty, and 1st SSB. Including tweaking the latter division's off-map BS support. Woo! I know we're all excited to hear this. Burn, die, Men of Steel allied divisions, except Brony Rana. Poor Brony Rana. Let's buff that one to the moon now. Just kidding. Don't do that. Yes. Okay, so step 1 to fixing the problems in Steel Division 2, they have checkbox there. My bingo card has a big X on it. So, toning down the effectiveness of commando infantry. I'm sure we all noticed units with commandos are absolutely slap. Like, it's a nuts. It's too much. It's just too much. So toning that down across the board, and that's a big deal. That's a lot of divisions that have gotten pretty seriously buffed because of that commando trait. Ones that hop to mind, 2nd Infantry, their Rangers are just disgusting anymore. Like, you can't even go into the woods with a Ranger squad around. It's nuts. Brandenburgers, right? A bunch of Kessel. And now, does Kessel need to be nerfed? No. Does Unternehmen and Russelsprung need to be nerfed? No. So these are some unfortunate casualties of having commando nerfed. Is some of these divisions that really lean on those commando units are getting kind of kicked in the balls when maybe they don't deserve to be kicked in the balls. Now, other divisions that get nerfed by this, 715th Infantry, a very strong division out of Men of Steel. Not needing specific nerfs per se, but nerfing the it's their special infantry that I'm blanking on the name. The Italian guys. I'll think of it at some point. It'll come to mind. But yeah, they're also commandos, and they hit very hard. And taking that commando trait down a little bit that's big. So this is huge. This is a big check mark for bringing the game back into bounds. We are reducing the infantry fallback mechanic. Oh, that's huge. That's like completely game changing. Reducing infantry's fallback mechanic damage reduction. This means retreating soldiers will be prone to take more damage, especially from tanks. Woo! Okay, folks. Okay, we got a new game. We got a new Steel Division 2, folks. It's happening. It's happening. This game has changed. This is going to be exciting. I don't even care about the DLC. Sure, new stuff. I really don't care. This right here. Now, it all depends on how much. Because if they tone it back a lot, then there might actually be an argument to not always retreating your troops. Like right now, if your troops get pinned down almost at all, you hit the fallback button. Like there's no hesitation. There's absolutely no reason to ever leave your troops getting shot while they're pinned down. But if you still take a fair bit of damage, there may be times where it makes more sense to just walk backward, just fall back normally. The problem is, again, I've said this before, I wish there was a damage reduction when the unit got pinned because you're laying down, right? They're laying down, they're pinned down. I wish that was the damage reduction, and then falling back just put them back to normal damage because you're standing up and getting shot. I mean, I think that makes a lot more sense, but that's just me. But this is huge. Like this is big to reducing the effectiveness of infantry overall, because infantry are so powerful because of the fact the second they get into trouble, they fall back and almost nothing kills them. They get hit by a 1,000-kilogram bomb and they walk away with 3 dudes dead. Just like, yo, bro, I think a bomb just dropped on my head. That was uncomfortable. Like, it's ridiculous. So this is huge to reducing infantry's power overall in-game. And it could completely change the meta. Like, this could completely bring back tank divisions, depending on how much they reduce this effect. Now, we are reducing sniper rifles' DPS by decreasing their aim time and rate of fire. I think they misworded this. I think it's supposed to be increase aim time and decrease rate of fire, which is huge because snipers right now are the other totally broken thing in the game because every division has like freaking 4,000 snipers on it. Now, this is again, I think the main idea of this is to nerf more of the newer divisions that have come with billions of sniper rifles. The problem is it's going to indirectly nerf a lot of older divisions that rely on sniper rifles to not suck in general. I'm thinking Romanian divisions, hardcore, really, 4th Munta. Absolutely is going to get shat on by this nerf. And 4th Munta is not that good. Like, I mean, it's fun to play and it is solid in certain situations. Again, no division is like truly bad, but 4th Munta is not a division people are like, we need to nerf this division. But by reducing sniper damage, you are severely nerfing 4th Munta. 5th Cav too, 8th Cav, all the Kaladashi units are going to get kicked in the nuts. 5th Gebirgsjäger, going to get hit hard. They're a big sniper division. Now, that's a pretty strong division these days, so nerfing them is not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, like they rely on their snipers a lot. There's a whole bunch of divisions like that that really kind of do lean on their snipers, and by kicking them hard, it's hitting all those, and those older divisions don't necessarily need to get nerfed. This is necessary. I'm not upset about it, but it is a little disappointing for the older divisions. You know me personally, specifically those poor Romanian divisions, losing that sniper strength. We are standardizing 7.62 millimeter HMG stats. While some will remain better than others, we want to fix the abysmal performance. So, okay, that's good. So I'm thinking like Schwaloses and stuff, right? And like the ZB whatever 53s, are they 7.62? Brownings. Some of those are really not good. Like they barely do anything at all. So that's nice. It's not like a game-changing thing, but it definitely will help some divisions that really have no machine guns. We'll check and give some love, balancing love to older divisions. That haven't been touched in a while. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is very exciting. Oh, that's everything. I wish there was more. But this is three huge ones, right? The first three, these three are massive, especially the middle one. I know we're all like most excited about this first one because everybody hates how good these divisions are and how unfun they are. But the truth is the real gem here, the real like change the game one is this one right here. Like this actually fundamentally changes the game. This just fixes what is broken. This changes the game from an aspect that it wasn't before Men of Steel. Like this was not a thing before Men of Steel, and it's going to be a totally different aspect to the game at this point. These two other ones are here to fix what they broke, right? The sniper rifle thing and the commando thing, this is to fix what has been broken by Men of Steel. The one in the middle, though, here is an actual attempt to improve the game, fundamentally. That's what's so exciting about this one. Of course, checking on older divisions is great. I love that. I hope they hit up some of those divisions that kind of fart crap on them. Give Yakari shock, for God's sake, so Rukma can be good again. Not that I love Rukma being good, but like, yeah, they deserve shock. Pansari Divisiona, that, the Yakari, give them shock. Please don't forget, Eugen, if any of you ever watch me, 122nd, don't forget to give those guys shock too, whatever they're called. The Finnish units in that division, give them shock too. The Yakari clones. But yeah, I mean, there's several Soviet divisions that could use a little bit of love, like Vyborg and Turina and whatever the B one is. I'm blanking right now. Bazugli. There's them that they could definitely use. They could definitely use a shine, a little bit of a sheen on that one. Some of those good older German divisions. Maybe it's time to go back and give 5th Panzer something to work with. That probably wouldn't suck. 7th SD, yeah. NOV, yeah. Maybe Korok, maybe it's time for Shupos to be 15 points again. No, probably not. I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's a good idea. But anyway, yeah, this is very exciting. This is right up here. The DLC, right about here. Balance changes, right there. Maximum excitement for those. This is gonna be really exciting. I hope this is soon. Get pumped, guys. Steel Division 2 coming back to life, baby. Woo! If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon link down below, and check out Atkpwrgaming.com. Thanks a bunch, guys, and have a fantastic day.